And if you see my hair all over the place in this video, it's because it's hot, so I'm wiping my face because I'm sweating. But it's really nice out here, nothing to complain. It's actually very beautiful. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's been cloudy the past few days, so this is wonderful and beautiful weather. I might be wiping my hair a few times in this video, but I'm going to talk to you today about past life regression and how you guys can tap into past lives on your own the correct way. It's actually really easy. The really unfortunate thing which I do have to talk about is that when people are talking, there's past life regressionists out there, and there's spiritualists out there. I have to say a good 90% of them are just baloney. Just flat out baloney. Just flat out just not true. Misinformation. It has to be the easiest thing in the world for these people, the past life regressionists. It's just such a scam what they're doing, because they know for a fact that you can't trace back or talk, basically, you can't physically trace back outside of their knowledge about past lives or learning about who you were in a past life. So what they'll do is they'll just make anything up. I don't know what that show was. There's some kind of television show where the woman asks, what was I in a past life? And she says the most random, rehearsed, made up things are just, it's absolutely hilarious, but it's really sad because she'll have other people crying. She's like, why do I have stress and anxiety in this life? And she's like, well, because you pointed out 5 witches in a past life and they killed you. Okay, that might be true, but this woman just walked up on stage. You're saying the same thing about 5 other people, and you're just putting fear into people, and you're not really helping them. This video is going to be really productive for you guys. I'm going to talk about 3 past life regression crystals in this video as well, and how you guys can really tap into a past life, including your most recent past life, because it's actually very interesting. We don't ever stop evolving as people. We don't ever stop evolving as humans. And I'm not going to reveal too much of everything. I'm just going to reveal enough to basically get you guys going so you guys know how to tap into your own past lives. And here's how you start. So let's start off with this. It's actually super simple, really easy. Now, I don't want you guys thinking that you're anything else in a past life that you're not now. So basically, if you are a very artistic person, if you love painting, if you got into this life at a young age, you're painting pictures, you're drawing, you're just doing all this stuff that brings you warmth and joy and passion because you love creating things. And guess what? Your past life, your past 2 lives, your past 3 lives, and this video specifically most talking about the most recent past life, because we come back quicker than we think, a lot quicker than we think. And I do have to say this now, our past life is not always Earth. It's most of the time not Earth. It's actually very interesting. One reason some people will have a past life on Earth. It really depends. But there's so many other places that you can be. I'm not going to tell you on this video where they are. Some very arcane, Akashic knowledge kind of stuff that I can't really share on this YouTube video alone. But you'll figure that out once you do progress into past life. I do have to talk about this a little more. People online are just making stuff up. When they're like, oh, your past life, and then you'll go to 5 past life regressionists, and none of them will have anything similar, the same. The worst thing you can ever do yourself is get ungrounded, come up with your own past life story, and it's not true, but you're just running with the story because it sounded nice and it fit together well with you, and no one's going to question it because no one really knows what it is. If you want to go to someone who's a medium who may be able to tell you your past life, I don't know if even the medium does past life regression, but certain things from your past life will pop up, like, hey, this is your problems in the past life, now you're having them in this life. If you don't deal with them in this life, you're going to take them to afterlife with you, and it's going to be just as painful, even more painful. And actually, problems grow with time. I'll give you an example. If you had an extremely tough time loving people, and you feel heartbroken before you've ever got into a relationship, you probably got backstabbed in a past life, something probably happened where you just don't trust people, and it's really tanking your current situation. You're afraid. Whatever you're running from in this life is something that you came back to fix, because that was in your past life that you didn't fix. So the more you run away from it, the tougher it'll be, the more harsh this life will be, until you confront it. It might be painful. Ask God for help. He's going to help you. Your angels are helping you. Once you confront the blockage, then you're going to live on heaven on earth, because things are going to be so much easier, and you're going to get life you truly desire. Now, how do you truly find out who you are in a past life? Like I said, whatever you were doing in this life is probably something you did in a past life. For example, someone who takes care of older people most likely took care of other people in the past life, older people in a past life, etc. If you pay attention to someone who is always doing art and drawing, they were probably doing art and drawing in a past life. That's why some people are just superb artists in this life. Like they'll be a little kid and they'll be like Picasso on the paper. Yeah, because you did that before. Like you just came back. and you didn't forget it. So, I mean, with me, I'll share some of my past life experiences. So with crystals, with knowledge, I was a little, I mean, this might have happened to some of you, but your parents might have flat out trained you out of it. So when a child starts talking about what they see in dreams, what they see in their, you can ask a child to close their eyes, maybe like someone who's 2, 3, or 4, try to subtract the TV before you do this. You'd be like, hey, close your eyes and tell me what you see. They're going to say nothing, I don't see anything, because people program them to see nothing. You basically talk, I mean, out of, most of you had spiritual gifts when you were younger. You were seeing your grandmother, you were seeing your guardian angel, but people just trained you out of it. Hey, stop believing in that crap. Like, that's what everyone says to the younger people. Like, I hear that all the time. People talk way worse than that. People actually swear and yell and just really demean the kids out of what's popping up in a past life. Sometimes the child's making stuff up, but sometimes they're not. One thing you can really do is be like, okay, tell me what you see in a past life. You're not going to say that to a child. Tell me what you see in your third eye. Tell me what your desires are. A child is going to have passions and desires upon their growth and development, and you can actually ask the child what do they care about. If they like music, they did music in a past life. If they like going to the beach, they went to a beach in a past life. If they, it's all interrelated. Like, energy never dies, it just fully transfers. If someone loves animals, they probably had a lot of animals in a past life, if that person had a lot of animals now. So this is a really easy way to catch up to what you might have been doing in a past life. If you have 2 pets right now, most of the time you've probably had, from what I've seen in people, probably had 2 pets in a past life. Things very, very, very transfer over perfectly. Now, you know, some of your just past life experiences, for example, if you come into this world and you do witchcraft and you like to do dark magic, it's more likely because you did some kind of witchcraft or dark magic in a past life. It happens. I have some kind of ties to that in a past life, and it's been broken. Sometimes you guys come back just so you can do better. Your angels do have faith in you. Your guardians do have faith in you. Your guides do have faith in you. You get more chances here, but essentially when you're in this life, the more you mess up in this life, the more you'll have to pay, because in other lives it was okay, but now you're getting to this life. It sounds kind of confusing, but it's really simple. I'm going to state some past life crystals right now that you can work with. You can work with a crystal such as Numite. It might put you in a deep sleep when you use it, but you'll wake up and you'll just have a lot more knowledge than you had when you fell asleep. Now, I'm going to talk about myself for a second. When I was a very young kid, I would wake up out of my sleep and I would be writing runes in sigils that I had no idea what they meant on doors, on windows, on fences, and I didn't know what it meant, and it really scared my parents. They're like, what is this? Like, actually, my parents were at first upset about it, and then they were like, okay, whatever. This is just what, because my mother has an initiated tradition that she's in her country. So that, I mean, they came to understand that. It's kind of hard for some people because, like I said, parents do train their children out of learning information about the kids in the past life. Like I said, if you ask a kid what's their passions, what's in their third eye, etc., in their past life, things just transfer over. Now, if you're doing the darker stuff in this life and you have not learned because it probably transferred from a past life, then you better correct it because it only gets worse and worse. It's just lessons. If you died from something really dark in a past life, you're going to die from something really dark in this life unless you fix it. This life is just about fixing stuff, moving closer to God, moving closer to the light, and just doing right. A lot of distrust, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of lack mindsets do come from a past life. They come from programming with parents in this life. It's very simple, but it's complicated. If you want to learn about your past life on your own, I suggest you don't go the storyteller route. Some people will just make stuff up, and they'll just completely make different information about themselves up. I'm going to move away because there's some really loud people here. But so, with past lives, one thing in past lives, for example, if someone was really loud in a past life, and they can't hear me, if someone was really loud in a past life, they're probably someone who is more likely to be insecure in a past life. I just left my whole table behind, but okay, if someone was really loud in a past life, it's more likely a tendency that they were to have in a past life to commit suicide. For an example, when people are more likely to be loud, it's because they don't feel heard inside and they feel very insecure. And you really do have to try to help people like that the best you can. The best way you can do it is by educating them. People who are often very loud and screaming, for example, example, that means in a past life, that kind of person was actually someone who never really got to speak their truth. So in this life, they're not actively speaking their truth, and they feel like their words is not being communicated, so they have to communicate it louder. And that's why we have crystals such as amazonite, sodalite, just different crystals to help you really tap into speaking your truth. I'm going to give you an example because we're talking about throat chakra blockages, because all these different chakra blockages can appear from past lives. So let's say that you're in a relationship with right now, but there's no communication in the relationship. There's nothing there, and maybe you feel like you should be doing something else. Maybe you're in law school, but you're doing something that, your real passions are you like to draw, you like to paint, and you feel blocked. Maybe you get spiritual sore throats all the time. Maybe you feel like no matter how much you communicate, no matter how much you talk to people, you can't get your truth out. Now, we come into this life to deal with this blockage. Most of us keep running away from blockages in this life. But one thing you can do is you can really confront as to why you feel blocked. Why you feel blocked in that regard to your throat chakra. Why you feel blocked in regard to just not feeling yourself. And you can work with certain crystals, because crystals make it very easy for you to work with your past lives, and they really help you work your truth. They really help you speak your truth. So that's one problem I see with a lot of people. If you pay attention to this day and age, because that was a really good example earlier, people are really loud for no reason. People want to be heard for no reason. People are acting out for no reason because they haven't worked on the in. They haven't acted in, and they haven't really confronted who they really want to be and what direction they really want to take in life. Instead, people would rather run with friends and just go in the direction of not being themselves, and it brings them no satisfaction. It brings them no joy. That's why when you're the odd sheep, you might go through a period of really crying. You might go through a period of just really hurting, but that's what you were meant to do in past lives. You're just picking up the story from the past lives and continuing on. When you encounter past life regressionists, and they're telling you the most crazy of things that doesn't even sound like you, but it kind of sounds like you, but it sounds fictional and it sounds made up, they're not helping you. I'm taking away credibility from a lot of these past life people, because there's some really, really good, accurate ones who just will hit the nail on the head every single time. But it's not that difficult. I'm gonna tell you something cool right now with my hair blowing all over the place, and we're gonna have distractions or whatever, but this video is still being made. This is a wonderful topic, and nothing distracts the light from reaching other people of light. It might blind people in the darkness, but that's about it. So let me talk about something really cool. This is just a really unique fact. Your scars in this life indicate how you went in a past life. What I notice is the more brutal you went in a past life, the more the blockages will appear in this life. Now, if you have birthmarks on your head, if you have birthmarks on your back, on your leg, ask yourself, has that area kind of been a problem your whole life? Like, if you have had a birthmark on your head, did you encounter really bad migraines when you were younger? Well, same thing. That's just a crown chakra blockage. So now I'm talking about the chakras relating to blockages in this life. So basically, maybe you have a giant birthmark on your chest. That's how you died in the past life. That's just how it is. It's just one thing you can do is you can actually notice where the birthmark is and work on those blockages. Like, the birthmark's right over the left side or right side of my crown chakra. That's the yin or the yang. The yin is on the left, the yang is on the right. And you really evaluate, I believe I need to work through this because this has been a trend throughout my entire life, to the point where it's not changing, so it's time to change it. Now, very interesting, even little tiny birthmarks we have are actually just indicators of blockages from a past life. I've been discovering some interesting scars here, not scars, well, they are scars, interesting birthmarks from different parts of my body from past lives that are actually extremely, and very interesting. And the little tiny ones actually indicate something of how you're death-related. It could relate to the life before that, but it's mainly life directly before this. So this video is very different from what you learn online or what you learn from other people, but it's very abstract because it's not being taught correctly. It's not true. It's not being taught the right way. With past lives, it's really simple. People add fluff to it. People just really add fluff to it. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.